G'day movie lovers, and today we're reviewing the new movie, Eenie Meanie, and it happens to be Shawn Simmons' first directorial debut at a movie. And I gotta admit, this movie has a lot of originality about it, but in certain places it's a little bit predictable. But you gotta give him a fair crack, it's his first go at actually directing a proper movie. But this movie actually had me all the way to the end, and it's got some pretty exciting scenes and a good couple of twists in it. And I would like you all to hang on to the end because I've got some pretty good scenes that actually keep you really interested. And before we get stuck into the plot, guys, I've got to admit, this one is a bit of a shame that it's only on streaming services. It's actually been released on Hulu. It should have actually been released in cinemas so everyone could have come out and enjoyed it and not just been seen on a streaming service. Because even though it's his first crack at a movie, I feel he actually did really well. Now let's get stuck into the plot of this bad boy. Now Eddie, played by Samara Weaving, once a teenage getaway driver, is pulled back into her criminal past when her unreliable ex-boyfriend's life is on the line. And to save him, she agrees to drive for a casino heist, but soon realises maybe he's not worth saving. So I've got to chat about her. The main star in this movie is Samara Weaving, and wow, she outperformed everyone in this movie. She played her role perfectly. It was, emotional, pretty awesome to see her behind the wheel, that she actually did like a lot of the car stunts herself, and that was really awesome to see. And it's cool to know that actually, it sort of runs in the family with acting with her, because her uncle is actually Hugo Weaving, who is a pretty big star or big actor in Australia. So yeah, she's got a lot of, talent in the family, but in this movie, I feel that she, outperformed everyone. And the fella actually playing her ex-boyfriend in the movie, he did really well as well, and that's Karl Glusman. And not to really say it, but it's not, I don't feel it's probably the easiest to play a junkie, but he plays a junkie really well. He's not really that reliable, and he's pretty much a bit of a scatterhead and doesn't really know what he's doing with his life or what he's gonna do with his life. And one of the original actors in this one is Andy Garcia, and he comes in playing the bad guy Nico. And he, gives off that mobster, gangster sort of a vibe, but then he comes across happy a lot. So I don't know what'd be more scary, an angry gangster or a happy gangster when you don't know when he's going to snap and maybe kill you. But it's because in the movie, Samara Weaving's character's ex-boyfriend is the one that owes money to Nico. And yeah, he may be a happy guy, but he's not really that happy when you owe him a lot of money. So I feel realistically, at its heart, Eenie Meanie has got, it sort of portrays this, it's more cycles about toxic relationships, getting out of bad, situations and trying to break free from obviously the old life that they call it Eenie Meanie in the movie had. And yeah, it probably wasn't the best life for her, but I gotta admit, the car scenes in this movie are really cool. It's almost straight out of like GTA 5, where you're trying to escape from the cops and lower your wanted level. Like banging it in reverse into a car park, and yeah, it's sort of more realistic the way the car chases are portrayed in this movie than, other movies where they use a lot of CGI, and it's really cool how they put that across. And even though, yeah, it's got its originality, but then it also has its predictable bits, the heist in it doesn't feel like, the new Fast and Furious movies, how they really drag on in the end. This one actually really kept you watching, and there was a lot of good twists that happened in the way, maybe caused by the ex-boyfriend, but yeah, once you get into it, it's a really good movie, and it will have you watching all the way to the end. And of course, another couple of really good scenes in the movie, and I actually thought they were a little bit comical when it came around to it. One of them happened to be when Nico was explaining why the ex-boyfriend actually owed a lot of money and why he was in trouble. And it happened to be on a first job where he actually lost all his trust for him, when he was meant to stake out a house and possibly take someone hostage, but he didn't do his job properly. So when they take the hostage and they open the door to their house, it's a surprise party going on inside. The people that are holding the fella hostage get scared, shoot the gun, and accidentally shoot the fella's wife in the gut. She goes down, all hell breaks loose. One of the bad guys gets shot, and the ex-boyfriend gets away, and he reckons it's not his fault, but when you watch the video, it looked actually pretty funny. And a little bit of a spoiler, and it happens to be the final scene, and it was one of them that really got me. I didn't actually see it coming until it happened at the end, and maybe they got away with the little heist that they had planned, and everything was looking good. And of course, Samara Weaving's character, Eenie Meanie, in the movie happens to be pregnant, and she eventually tells the ex-boyfriend, and in his mind, he's gonna, sort of sort everything out. And after they do the heist and they're about to return the money, he sort of does his usual thing. He's not really that reliable and a little bit of a scatterhead, and ends up killing the people that he was going to return the money to. Now, he tried to see it as, all right, well, I'm going to look after my family and take this money. And then Enie's seen it as, well, now they've got another death sentence on their heads and it's not going to be that good for them. And that was the big twist that I really loved, is that in the end, Eenie Meanie actually took out her own ex-boyfriend that she was sort of falling for. And, well, she realistically had to do it to save her own skin and get back out of the game. So I feel the overall feeling for this movie is awesome, especially for Shawn Simmons' first ever crack at a movie. Yeah, of course, a little bit predictable, but it does have a lot of originality to it, and I reckon if you watch it, you're going to be watching it all the way to the end. Samara Weaving really, I feel, outshone most of her cast in this, and she did exceptionally well. Maybe if she wasn't in this movie, it wouldn't be as good, but I'll leave that up for you guys to decide on that one. And as usual, I would just like to thank everyone that subscribed me for liking and watching my videos. I love you all. And anyone that's new that's watching that's made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe jump over to my page and check out some of my other videos. You might just like them. And as usual, I will catch you on the next one.